What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video, guys, I have several quite interesting news. First of all, I will show you some weird actions from one of our community members. And I have to admit that I was surprised again that this person deleted her tweet in regards to some details directly related to MMTLP story. On top of that, I will show you some updates from the legal standpoint, and I will show you some recent filings in the most recent lawsuits that we have that are still active. And I will show you very good and, to be honest, promising conversation in between two people that, just less than 24 hours ago had a relatively opposite opinion. So, and before we dive deep into all of these, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for you. On top of that, if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon account. And guys, for now, you can join my Patreon account, you can join two tiers of my Discord group. One of them costs you $50 a month, and you will have 30-minute one-on-one Zoom call once a month. But if you join with the gold tier, you will have a weekly one-on-one training session with me for just $150 a month. And guys, to be honest, this is the most popular tier for my patrons right now, and let me show you a sneak peek on the most recent activity in the Discord group. Just recently I published the recap of the week of July 28th through August the 3rd, and let me quote you this. On Monday, I prepared a list of 13 tickers that looked most promising for short positions. As of August the 6th, 10 of them delivered returns ranging from 0.33% to 24.4%, an average profit of 6.1%, while only 3 tickers showed a potential loss between 0.85% and 1.74%, an average loss of 1.22%. More detailed information is available in the attached images. And you can see that I made this call on July 28th, and I wrote, here's a list of tickers that might present shorting opportunities. Please remember, this is not a blind trade signal. Further technical analysis is required before taking actions. And here is the list of the tickers that gained substantial profits. It is 10 of them, and only 3 went in completely opposite direction. I also gave a direct short scalping recommendation on Tesla and Oracle. Both brought an average profit of around 1.5%. In addition, I identified one ticker suitable for a medium-term short position. If you'd like to know which company that is, join my Patreon. As usual, I provided a detailed market overview and analyzed the following tickers: SPY, BBAI, NOV, UNP, NEO, UAA, and CRWV. So guys, if you want to be a part of this amazing community, join my Patreon. So guys, and I want to begin today's video with the tweet, with the response to the tweet that was originally written by Anna Trades, and this response was written by Daniel Spears. And I have to admit that I was quite surprised that Anna Trades deleted her tweet. And to be honest, it was very interesting, and it was a reaction on the Curtis's tweet that he posted again just several days ago. But, this is quite weird activity because on the one hand she could be forced to delete her tweet, or she found out something new in this story. And as you can see, we have I cannot find any updates in Anna Trade's Twitter account in regards to this new data. And this makes me thinking that something was made behind the scenes, and probably Curtis or maybe Junk Savvy wrote something to Anna, and Anna changed her opinion. I have to admit that, on the one hand, yes, it is quite weird, but on the other hand, everyone can do whatever they want, and they are free to change their minds. Let me show you that Jen Vetrana also, she also was quite confused about this deleted post, but I want to pay attention to another quite interesting update. She reposted this tweet of Dennis Neal, and she wrote this: selective reporting 100%. And Dennis Neal reposted the tweet of Kristen Shaughnessy, and he wrote, yes, it is MMTLP. And let me show you this tweet in details. Kristen Shaughnessy just a couple of days ago wrote this: it's one big club. No wonder trade settlement isn't enforced. August 2011. Here's the direct speech from this article. A recent series of damaging critiques of the SEC made by reporters, watchdog groups and members of Congress, all of which seem to indicate that top federal regulators spent more time launching, schmoozing and job interviewing with Wall Street crooks than they do catching them. As one former SEC staffer describes it, the agency is now filled with so many Wall Street hotshots from off-investigated banks that it has been infected with the Goldman mindset from within. Even a cursory glance at a list of agency's most recent enforcement directors makes it clear that the SEC's top policemen almost always wind up jumping straight to jobs representing the banks they are supposed to regulate. And guys, she added this screenshot of the article that was written in August of 2011, and it's titled, Is the SEC covering up Wall Street crimes? It was written by Matt Taibbi, and here is the subtitle. A whistleblower says the agency has illegally destroyed thousands of documents, letting financial crooks off the hook. And guys, in my opinion, this is quite severe allegation, and I have to admit that, well, the more information we have that is directly related to the authorities' actions, the more chances we have to challenge their total immunity. And I have to admit that within just several minutes I will show you that authorities again rely on their total immunity in the majority of cases that were filed against them. But first of all, let me show you another update. So here you can see, and I covered it yesterday, that Jack attacked Junk Savvy, and he told that she is a racist. And well, for some reasons, guys, I have to admit that for just a small period of time, I believe he deleted his Twitter account because, let me show you this. Jennifer Vetrana in her Twitter account wrote this: Jack is gone, profile missed in action, and she added this gif, oh yeah. So definitely I have to admit these quite severe allegations that were made by Jack Smithy. Well, it is a pure reason to file a lawsuit against him for defamation. So let me show you another very important, in my opinion, update. Just yesterday I showed you this tweet that was written by John Rambo, and he wrote this because he made a video, quite impressive video, where he mentioned about Scott Roth, and he regretted basically just several days ago that he included the Scott Roth's actions in this video, because he didn't expect that Scott will go after the C-level executives of Next Bridge. And let me quote you this in details, because we have very interesting and, in my opinion, very important updates. So John Rambo wrote, I know some might have not liked that I included Scott in my third video, but at the time he was united with the MMTLP community, and I had put close to 800 hours in the animation, and the message still resonates. I hope you can look past it. It will take up to 250 hours to rework it. And Scott responded, United means never questioned McCabe, Burda, or the space cadet spinning away and trying to control the narrative. That's like 20 people, including the professional hacks on the payroll. What have they accomplished in thousands of hours of spaces? And John Rambo responded, I consider all my fellow shareholders as united. We all have a common goal and a common battle. Some choose to battle in their own way. I am completely neutral. My battle is against the people responsible for the halt, and I thank everyone who is fighting for our resolution." And Scott wrote this: "Well, dude, you are pretty contradictory. Including me was done in spite of me not being united with the MMTLP community, and you said you would have taken me out of your head time to do it. But your mother died. Sorry about your mom, but dude, you showcase in one expose just how screwed up the supposed MMTLP community is. It's like a high school girls' locker room of insanity, with people now towing to the influencers with their paid for bot armies of followers. Best you try a new gig. And to equate anything we are doing with wounded US veterans is about as insane and disgusting as Curtis was at the Polity Pump Fest 2024 in Orlando, when he compared the MMTLP fight to Rosa Parks not giving up her bus seat in the highly bigoted racist South and thus launching the civil rights movement in her way." So, quite a good statement, but the answer is very, I would say, promising. John responded to this postscriptum. "The photo I chose to use was merely to signify that we are all brothers in arms. I cannot afford a blue check mark, so I did not have the space to actually type it out. Sorry, you were offended by it. My apologies." And he also added 3 more tweets. "Although I may not subscribe to your point of view, I hold nothing against you or anyone in exploring avenues relating to this ongoing battle. I wish the best for all victims of this crime. I have buried both parents while waiting on this resolution. I pray no one else has to." Hey Scott, I will not edit my video because your message I chose to use was positive and factual. The so-called contradiction was just related to a few posts who turned out to be shill regarding my proposed sale of NBA shares at AST. I believe you are a good guy, Scott. Very intelligent, but not everything is a conspiracy or has some deep-rooted alternate meaning. Sometimes it's as simple as it seems. And guys, I have to admit that for me it is very good to see this type of interactions inside the MMTLP community, in between the people who just recently tried to attack each other. Because only together we can achieve our main goal. And guys, to be honest, I want to give a huge shout out to John Rambo because he made a very brave statement and he wrote a very good and clever thoughts in these several recent posts. So, let me show you another quite interesting update. Just yesterday I showed you the tweet that was written by Trader Zero, and yes, I have to admit that this opinion is quite is debatable, at least debatable, but to be honest, I'm pretty sure that he's right in his statement. And guys, no matter what I'm thinking about this story, no matter what is any other point of view, no matter what is the other people's point of view, but the most important part is that we are here to push this case forward to the resolution. And regardless of our own opinion, we have to do it together and we have to unite. And guys, I have to say that Contic Wilcott responded to this tweet the following. He asks very legitimate questions, and let me remind you that Contic Wilcott has an active lawsuit against FINRA, and let me quote you these 2 recent tweets. Just a few questions. Was there fraud associated with these securities? Were these securities supposed to trade? If not, why were they made to trade and who got them trading? If this was a proper and lawful, why was expired info used? Was FINRA involved in this? Did the SEC know? And the second tweet, if the SEC knew about the fraud, why didn't they stop it? Why did FINRA, SEC and brokers communicate about this behind the investors' back? Is there supposed to be transparency? If so, why wasn't there any? Just a few questions. Inquiring minds would love for you to let us know. And guys, I have to admit that these questions are very good questions, because by answering to these questions, we will have a lot of information about the behavior of authorities back in the days. And yeah, some questions probably already answered by trader zero. At least he thinks that he has this answer. For example, that the MMTLP was supposed to trade, and it was made intentionally by the documents that were made by the board of directors. And again, this is quite shady part of this story, but in general, all these questions are very important. That is why, guys, if you have any answers, or if trader zero has any answers to this question, definitely we have to know it. And I have to admit that I see a lot of other tweets that are not so that are not so professional, because it is nothing else but just an attacks to trader zero himself, not attack on his opinion. That is why I don't even want to cover these tweets. So let me show you another quite important part of today's video, and we have an update in one of the most recent lawsuits. CPO just 9 hours ago wrote this: "For anyone following my case, FINRA snuck in their motion to dismiss several days earlier than expected. But as expected, they've made the same arguments they've been making in other cases, as well as in their motion to dismiss my PI. I would say I am disappointed that they didn't take the time to address my complaint, but I'm not surprised they would use cookie-cut responses and lean, in my opinion, too heavily upon their absolute immunity. I have until September the 12th to respond, but I have documents. I'm waiting on that. I hope I get in time. Last opportunity to get impact letters to me." And guys, if you have these letters, if you have this information, please give it to CPO, because he has to file his response a bit earlier because of the earlier actions of FINRA. But to be honest, if we take a look at this document in detail, you can see that it was filed on August 29th. And let me show you this document right here. It is just 10 pages long document, but guys, take a look right here. If you try to search the word immunity in this entire document, you will see that there is a 49 mentions of the word immunity in this 10 pages long document. And to be honest, well, I have to admit that it is more than 5 words immunity on each and every page. This means their total and their ultimate, I would say, line of defense is just to stonewall our efforts, relying on their immunity, and they do it without any efforts at all. That is why, guys, well, I have to admit that they think that it is just an easy case for them, but I believe that at least one of our active cases will succeed in this entire saga. And if and when it happens, guys, I believe FINRA and SEC will be destroyed by the community, by MMTLP community, and we will find the answers one way or another, but we will know that well, we will achieve our goal to have fair and transparent market. So I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium